Yo, what's up? I'm Luke. If you're new, subscribe and welcome to the content. So apparently Kai's in a big stick. He's in a big situation going on right now, and a lot of people are thinking of canceling him. Now, I don't understand why they want to do this, or why they're involving him, or why his name is being dragged into it. Because I'm not trying to defend Kai, but I feel like this is a lot, and it just seems like the attention or the hate or the disappointment or the allegations are going to the wrong person. Because I see a lot of people burning Kai either than actually focusing on his friend. So what happened is his friend allegedly violated one of Kai's guests who he invited over to a party at his house, and he said that it was his room. So I don't understand how that made sense or the logic behind him actually being allowed to violate it just because it was his room. I mean, she was drunk. How was he supposed to know which room is which? And so the victim actually tried to reach out to Kai to inform him about this, and that this was his friend. I don't know, she did her own research and found out this, and I just feel like she was kind of wrong in a way to try and drag Kai into this. Like, I don't understand why she did that, because after she did that and put that on Twitter, a lot of people started channeling that hate towards Kai, because I don't know, it feels like maybe he delayed or was trying to defend his friend. That's how the perspective is, and that's how people are seeing it. And a lot of people are just trying to say that he was trying to cover it up in a way, or well, not cover it up, while trying to defend his friend, in trying to say, oh, he didn't do it, or he's not the type of person who would do that. And it just seems that it's hard sometimes. Like, I'm not trying to defend it, but I'm saying it's hard sometimes when you hear that your friend is being accused of violating a woman, which is something a lot of people, when the reaction is so wild to it, because mostly people would expect you to kind of like distance yourself from this person who was accused of it. But I think like Kai, he was like still confusion in the whole moment and everything, since it all happened on New Year's Eve. A lot of people, a lot of things, a lot of people he knows. So I'm not saying he was in the right to kind of like act like he didn't know who the person was, because I feel like that's what people are saying, that he pretended that he didn't know who she was talking about. Maybe it was because she didn't really give a proper description, or maybe it was like, I don't know, he was confused at the images she sent him concerning, or towards his friend. But it just seems that he didn't know how to handle it. As we know, Kai, he's not really a person who's known to handle such serious situations. So I feel like that's one of the things we didn't take into account. But I'm not trying to defend him. I'm just saying, like, from what we've seen, from our views concerning him, it just feels like he was confused in the moment, and people are taking that as him trying to defend or delay or acting like he does not know his friend. And I feel like maybe one of the reasons that might be because he's not really allowed to say much. He might be restricted to say, by his legal team to, give out information, or, speak about whoever, or take sides. He's trying to be as neutral as possible, so it doesn't seem like he's being vilified or trying to defend the action or the violation that was caused towards this victim. And I feel like this victim, by involving Kai into it, like involving his name, dragging his name into it, it's just made him look bad, Like, I'm not saying she tried to manipulately, give Kai a bad name or a bad reputation or a bad image. All I'm saying is that by involving his name and dragging his name with his popularity, his image, his reputation, being known as a very popular Twitch streamer right now and a content creator on YouTube, with his big YouTube group AMP, it just seems like there's a lot, that he could lose. Like, he could lose people's trust, he could lose a lot of, partnerships, he could lose face, I'm trying to say, like, people, hearing that, oh, Kai is defending his friend violation allegations. It's kind of crazy. So I don't know how he's going to, like, I heard he made a response stream, and a lot of people are just not happy with it, because I really don't understand what you expected him to do. Apologize? He's not the law. He's not he's not the person who can do anything. So even the victim reaching out to him, it's not really his fault, what I'm trying to say, because it's a lot of people at a party. You can't really expect to look after everybody. So it's just like, okay, he's not at fault, but I'm not saying he isn't at all too. So I'm just like trying to be as neutral as possible about the situation. But I feel like a lot of hate is being focused on the wrong person. Like, there's more hate on him than there is on the actual person who committed the violation, which is crazy, because it just seems that we choose and pick where we want to give our attentions. Because I'm being honest, if it wasn't for Kai's name being dragged into this violation case or this violation situation, a lot of us wouldn't really even care about this case. Like, I'm just being honest. So let's not lie and be like, oh, we care. If it wasn't for Kai's name being dragged into this, we wouldn't even know this was happening. Yeah, other than that, God bless. Have a nice life. And I'll see you when I see you.